Hi, my name is Dane Price. Welcome to the Bullwhip Brewery. Come on in. I'm doing this video for the Spike Brewing YouTube challenge. Sorry for the mess, but I think you're really gonna like the system you're about to see. The system is right here. It's been designed off a typical Brutus home brewing system. I have a few Spike components, as you can see, and I'll walk through the process here in a second. First things first, started home brewing about 6 years ago. I started brewing because my wife, girlfriend at the time, bought me a homebrew set, which is right here. Still have it. Started brewing in that little pot, in that little bucket, and it just kind of clicked. I was an engineer at the time in school, and I love designing processes, so it just made sense to homebrew. Plus, beer is great. So let's get started. First things first, we have the yeast starter here. Always do a yeast starter. It just makes for a more rigorous fermentation, and I always know that I have enough because I've done it myself. Secondly, we come to the system. This was all designed by myself, my dad, and my brother-in-law's father. He's the welding guy. That's where you see all the aluminum and metal here. The stand itself is made of aluminum. It has two electronic gas valves down here that control the hot liquor tank and the mash tun. The controller up here was designed by ourselves. It has two temperature controllers to control both of these vessels, hot liquor tun and mash tun. The burners, I forget the BTU rating for these burners, but they have enough to get you rolling in about, I don't know, 20 or 30 minutes for 15 gallons of water. Two pumps down here to get fluids moving from one vessel to the next. All of my connections are cam lock fittings, so we have our hoses here. Easy to move from one to the next. I just couldn't decide on hard plumbing this thing, so it just makes sense to move these around. Okay, first vessel, hot liquor tank, just heating up water. Keg shell brewed up by my brother-in-law's father, or welded up by him. Next vessel is the amazing 30-gallon version 3 Spike kettle. I can't speak highly enough about these things. Reason why I like them, great quality for a great price. I priced everything out. This is the best thing you can buy. You look inside here, I got a Spike Brewing false bottom for my mash tun. I have, this is my grain dispenser. I actually just got it. It's for like dog food, but it seems to work pretty well. You just dump it in there and you can mash by yourself. No problem. Another great feature about these kettles is the lids fit right on the side, so you don't have to hang them anywhere. They just fit right there. Mash, it's a, let's see, direct fired recirculating mash system. The way this works is I type in my temperature that I want here. I have a thermowell right here, which is feeding into the inlet of the pump. This probe measures the liquid coming out of the bottom of the vessel. If it's too hot, it kicks the burner off. It keeps recirculating through the pump back into the vessel. If it's too cold, kicks the burner on with those electronic gas valves, starts heating it back up. It works pretty well as far as the process system goes. You got to monitor it, but mostly you just set the temperature and you just let it roll. After that, we move on to our boil kettle, another 30-gallon version 3 Spike brewing kettle. Also amazing. We started with this guy because we were tired of boilovers and we just wanted to have plenty of space. We were doing 10-gallon batches. Once we got this, we realized 15-gallon batches or 20-gallon batches were easily possible. We just needed a bigger mash tun. So about 3 weeks later, we bought this guy. We haven't knocked up that kettle just yet for the hot liquor tank, but I'm sure it's coming soon. After we boil, we whirlpool, spin that guy around and get all the debris to mix up in a cone in the middle. Then we go to cool everything down. So we actually turn the hot liquor tun into a cold liquor tun at that time. We fill this thing with ice and water. We have our heat exchanger down here that we pump ice cold water through one pass and then the hot wort through the other. We run it through a filter that we have right here to get a lot of that debris out so we don't clog our heat exchanger here. After it goes through the heat exchanger, we go from 212 down to around 60, 65 degrees in about 15 minutes into our fermenter here. This is old school Behemoth fermenter. I don't think these guys are around anymore. but we bought them off Craigslist from a brewery that was upgraded. It worked out well. When this thing is full, we use all of our strength to lift it up, move it over to its temperature-controlled environment, which would be this guy. Put them in there, set the fermenting temperature to where we want it to be with this Johnson temperature controller, and then we let it sit. We also have this whiteboard to document the gravity readings as we're going through. Once it's done, we pump it into kegs, typical corny kegs, nice and clean, like you see here. Then we put it into a kegerator. Then we take a glass for the Bullwhip Brewery. Then we pour our beer. And while I'm pouring this beer, our favorite beer to brew is a Belgian triple. A lot of obvious reasons there. Belgian beers are great. Very potent beer, easy drinking, light, typically a fan favorite, and it just looks very beautiful in glass. There you go. Cheers, everybody. Thanks.